Hello there. Good morning. Wanted to talk about my computer and how it has not arrived. It's very annoying. Uh, don't know what to say. Hopefully it comes today. We'll see. I'm starting to think maybe my house has been blacklisted or something like that because everything seems to be arriving late. I still have not received my Florida Panthers jersey that I ordered at New Year's. I mean, I haven't actively pursued um, trying to get it, but I'll get to it. They owe me one. Anyway, my computer's not arrived, and I started thinking about, computer hackers, people who steal your credit card information and other important data on your computer. And I had to clarify something with my dad because he's old and he doesn't understand computers or the internet that well. He just uses Facebook. That's about as much about the internet as he knows. He doesn't like putting his credit card on the internet, and I don't blame a body for not liking that. Um, the things about it you don't understand that I'm going to clarify right now. Um, for starters, some people think if you register with something like PayPal, uh, a third party, to do your online purchasing, banking, whatever, that somehow you're safe because PayPal is liable. Um, well, let me explain the intertwined, confused web, which is the internet. PayPal aren't what you think they are. PayPal are former data and credit card thieves. That's how they got their start. That's how they know where they are. Um, if there's ever a breach in PayPal, for one thing, they'll do it at all costs to deny it ever happened. Um, your complaints will be put on the back burner, and you have to complain very loud just to get what you want and what you deserve. And you can forget about getting anything extra after that. And that's hypothetically if PayPal were compromised by an individual or an organization that hacked into that to gain credit card information. The other thing is this: um, PayPal, um, they don't want other people being able to steal your credit card information. But that's not because they don't want your credit card information stolen. It's because they want to make it harder for other would-be credit card thieves to get your information, because PayPal, being the thieves in the first place, don't want competition. They want to be the ones to take your money, and they don't want any amateur, someone who's a knockoff version of themselves, taking what they perceive to be their business. So it doesn't matter if you go through PayPal or you just put your credit card directly on the internet. There isn't anything to stop people from taking it, using it, stealing your identity, and all this sort of stuff. And you go, all right, well, I just won't use the internet then. I don't even have a computer. Fine. But banks are moving towards an internet computer-based system. For the most part, they're already there. When you put in your information uh, to a bank, they put it on the computer anyway. And you can't tell them not to do that. That's part of the contract you make with them. And if you don't give your information to a bank, you can't get paid from your workplace. You can forget about buying a home or a car or anything. Basically, you're gonna be like homeless if you don't deal with a bank. Maybe not so much yet, but although pretty much, but not quite yet. But in the future, for sure, if you don't deal with a bank, you're gonna have nothing. So all your information goes on the computer anyway. It goes on the internet, and it's always an anonymous blank generic, you don't know who you're dealing with kind of atmosphere on the internet. And these organizations, uh, whether it be the banks, PayPal, which is probably a front from a bank, um, or whatever, all know the intricacies of the internet a lot better than you. Like these people who think that hackers are some nerdy fat kid in his basement suite, with Doritos on his shirt. It may have used to be that way before, the internet started getting bigger and bigger and better and better and better. But now most of those geeks have been called. Their technology and programs are obsolete, and they don't know how to make better ones. The ones that were smart were the ones that either came up with new programs, came out with new business ventures, or sold what they knew to the right people. So therefore, people who own, apps, programs, PayPal, all this sort of stuff, all oriented towards the internet, are actually computer hackers and identity thieves. So that's who you're dealing with. You're dealing with people with a shady past. And, I did used to use PayPal, and in truth, the reason I stopped using it is because I forgot my password and couldn't be bothered to make a new one. I figured, look, you're putting your credit card on the internet anyway, which you have to do if you want to buy certain things. Like I want to buy a 1999 away Brett Hall Dallas Stars jersey, but I'll never find it around here. So if I want it, I have to order it online, which means putting my credit card online. But the way I look at it is my credit card was already online. My information is already online because I deal with my bank, and my bank puts that stuff online anyway without me even asking. I can't even say, no, you can't do that, because that's just not how their system works. And this is a real shame, because you get ripped off by any secret entity, organization, and there's no accountability. You go to a lawyer if you want, spend a few $1,000, feed into the system, the capitalist system. You go ahead and do that, and it won't get you anywhere. Because he wants to make money, he'll put you around in circles, and you won't get anywhere. If you actually know something about the law, then maybe you can make a little bit more headway. But as far as actually getting anywhere and getting what you're owed, it could take years and years and years. And some people just go, well, it's not worth the bother. Like, maybe they rip you off $100. Like, I feel as though for the Florida Panthers jersey, I got ripped off $109. I have not received the jersey. I've sent them an email. I've phoned them. No answers. I'll never do business with them again. And that's Hockey Authentic, by the way. They're supposed to be a reputable hockey jersey store online. They screwed me on this one. I can suck it up, though. It isn't that horrible a loss, but it is a nuisance. I am periodically going to, go, hey, man, you owe me a jersey. It never arrived. But, I'll see where that goes. So what I'm saying is, as far as putting your credit card information on the internet, don't be too bothered by it. The websites, at least if they're not completely false, but like, how can you tell really? But a professional looking website like Hockey Authentic or a number of other ones, they they are accountable, especially if they have a legitimate home base, or like a store or something like that. Like Hockey Authentic's based out in Burnaby, and the Militaria website I was looking at is based in Petaluma. That's an actual store. There are actually people in there. I can go there if I want physically in person. It's not like some place where it doesn't really exist. And odds are they're not very good at making websites anyway. So anyway, well, as I was saying, I think if you only do it once in a while, go ahead, put your credit card when you're going to go to a website or eBay, or maybe not eBay. I don't think I do it on eBay, but nothing worse will come of it. And it's not because there aren't people out there who want to steal your credit card information, but there are two types. They're the ones that want to but are incompetent, and they're the ones who do want to, and they are competent, and they're going to protect you from the ones who are incompetent, not because they don't want your money being stolen, but because they don't want to share with the incompetent people. They don't want to share with a blithering idiot on the fucking computer. They're an organization. They're a legitimate thing. This is their profession. They're not just some schmucks. They know all the little business tricks to get their way. And as anyone knows about greed, they don't want to share. And they're not going to share with fucking dweebs who don't know very much about computer hacking or whatever. That's why they, in fact, help create software systems to inhibit the ability of amateur hackers from being able to steal. They want to corner the market for themselves. It's not for your good, it's for their good. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Have a good one.